Hi, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be having a look at the Fanatec Speedster 3 force feedback wheel for the original Xbox. This wheel was released in 2005 and it's an excellent wheel and it's very versatile. First of all, the wheel has 270 degrees of rotation lock to lock, which is it's really good for the for playing racing games on the original Xbox. They're all arcade racing games really, and 270 degrees is fine for playing those games. You're not going to be playing Euro Truck Simulator or anything like that. So it's that's really good. It works really well. This wheel also comes with a table clamp, so you can mount the wheel to a table and play it that way. Also, you have these leg flaps underneath the wheel that you can use, so you can mount the wheel on your lap and play it that way, or you can put it on the floor or carpet and just play it like that. So it's very versatile. Right behind the wheel here and here, we have analog triggers, which have a lot more travel than your standard Xbox pad. So you can modulate the gas and brake really well with those. The wheel also comes with pedals, and if the pedals are connected to the wheel, the paddles behind the wheel will then turn into a flappy paddle gear shift. So it has like a dual function there. Next up, you have your face buttons that you'll find on your Xbox control pad. So you have your B button, your A button, right thumbstick button, black button, left thumbstick button, white button, X button, and Y button. And you also have your back button and your start button here. In the center of the wheel, you have your D-pad. So you have your up, down, left, and right. Down in the bottom left here, you have a second start button, which I have no idea why you would need two start buttons, but you have a second start button down here. Here you have your setup button and your tuning button. So I'm going to go through the tuning menu. So you have your display for your tuning down here. So if you watch this display, I'll circle through the different options. Okay, we're going to go through the tuning now. So first up, you have sensitivity. So you've got 5 values of sensitivity for the wheel. And you have dead zone. So you've got 12 different values of dead zone for the wheel. Then you have spring, which is the weight of the wheel. How heavy do you want the wheel when you turn it? Got 3 values of spring. Then you've got force feedback, which is how strong do you want your force feedback. So you've got 3 different values for force feedback. Then you have shock, which is vibration. You've got 2 vibration motors in the wheel. So you've got 3 values for vibration. And then you have force feedback filter. So here you can adjust when you want the force feedback to come through the wheel. So you can have it set that it only comes through the wheel when you hit a barrier, or you can have it for road feel. You have it unfiltered, which is like all the different force feedback effects come through all at once. This program setting, what you can do is you can reprogram the triggers behind the wheel. The paddles behind the wheel you can reprogram. So if you wanted the A button to be accelerate instead of the trigger, you could program that. On the setup menu, you have four different banks where you can have 4 different setups that you could save. It has internal memory in the wheel, so you could make changes, setup changes. You could turn off the Xbox, put the wheel away for a couple of weeks, take out the wheel, plug it in, and it'll save all your settings. All your settings will be saved inside the wheel. By default, it has preset settings for Need for Speed Underground, Forza Motorsport, and Tokyo Race Driver 2. So the first 3 banks they are preset for those games, but you can adjust those settings as well. The 4th setting is the 4th setup, I should say, is totally customizable. So you can set that for any game you want. So it's a really good feature to have. Also, this will work on the PC, providing that you're using Windows XP as an operating system. To do this, you'll need a third-party dongle. So this is like a 3-in-1 Magic Joy Box dongle, and if you plug this wheel into this dongle, it will work on the PC, providing that you're using Windows XP. I've actually used this wheel to play Race 07, GTR, Le Mans 24 Hours, and it works really well. The only thing is, when you're using this on Windows XP, you have to make sure that you unplug the force feedback power supply from the wheel. Make sure that's not connected, because it won't work with the force feedback. but it will use the vibration motors in the wheel, and you'll still be able to adjust the settings on the fly like you can with the Xbox. It's a really good wheel, very versatile. One note with this wheel is that um, if if you want to get this for the PS2, Fanatec actually released two versions of this wheel for the PS2. But there's one that has force feedback, just like this one that you see here for the Xbox. That one looks identical to this, but it's grey. So all the green trim that you see on here and on the base is in a light grey colour, like this, and I said it was this type of grey colour, and all the writing on the base of the wheels in like an orange. So, but that wheel for the PS2 is quite hard to come across, like this one. You'll see this wheel on eBay quite a bit, but you always see like a blue one. It's like blue, kind of like the similar color to this dongle. And that blue one for the PS2 does not have force feedback. So just be warned, if you're a PS2 owner, you want this one, make sure you get the one that's like grey, not the blue one that you see on eBay, because that one does not have force feedback on it. So don't make that mistake. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you found it informative. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Later.